The Focke-Achgelis Fa is a rotary wing kite. It looks like a helicopter, but its rotors are unpowered. These rotor kites were towed behind some German U-boats during World War II. They were light and compact and easy to store. They could be flown up to a height of 120 meters, or more depending on wind speed, and would act as a crow's nest. This allowed a man to see 25 nautical miles, or 46 kilometers, compared to around 5 nautical miles, or 9 kilometers from the conning tower of a U-boat. An Fa-330 could be towed at a speed up to 80 kilometers an hour or 50 miles per hour, but needed a minimum tow or wind speed of 27 kilometers an hour or 17 miles per hour to stay in the air. The aircraft was inexpensive, made of plywood, fabric, and steel. A stick controlled the pitch and roll. Foot pedals moved a rudder to control the yaw. This type of aircraft was not a new concept in World War II. Autogyros were first flown in 1923. Shown here is a pre-war Sierra C-30 autogyro being used as an ambulance. These were also used by the British during World War II to calibrate coastal radar stations. The Japanese military would use the Kayaba K-1 autogyro for a number of spotting and reconnaissance duties. Autogyros differ from helicopters, as they don't force the rotor blades through the air, drawing air from above. Rather, an autogyro rotor blade generates lift in the same way as a glider's wing. Autogyros are slower than a plane, but have the advantage of maintaining a low airspeed and don't require much of a runway for landing or takeoff. The Fa-330 was not powered by a motor. It relied on being towed, but this kept the weight down for storing on a U-boat. It weighed only 68 kilograms, or around 150 pounds. It was 4.42 meters, or 14.6 feet in length. Painted a dull or bluish gray, this was a hard aircraft to spot, but a great place to spot from. The vehicle was stowed in 2 watertight compartments aft of the conning tower. Assembly could be completed in 4 minutes in good weather. The Fa-330 came into use mid-war in 1943. Around 200 would be built, and it would see use on some Type 9 U-boats. Records of the aircraft's use are actually extremely limited due to the high loss rates of U-boats during the war. The only known aid an Fa-330 ever provided was in the discovery and sinking of one Greek ship on August 6, 1943, off Madagascar. It is believed the Fa-330's use was minimal in the Atlantic, in choppy waters, and highly patrolled areas, particularly with the proliferation of radar. There may have also been a reluctance to use the spotter aircraft, as it can complicate a crash dive, which was the U-boat's greatest defense. A crash dive can be done in less than 30 seconds, though in this situation the Fa-330 can sever its cable and or deploy a parachute for the pilot by means of a lever. The pilot would then pray the U-boat resurfaces for pickup when safe. Though there is little record of how much use the Fa-330 was, its greatest credit may be its cost-effectiveness. Other alternatives such as storing float planes like the Arato AR-231 on U-boats would have greatly overburdened these small ships, overloaded with supplies for long missions. The Allies captured an Fa-330 in May of 1944 when they captured U-852. There was only mild interest in the Kite, as the Allies were increasingly focused on ever-improving helicopter designs, though the Fa-330 did inspire engineers such as Igor Benson in developing new gyroglider and autogyro designs. Such aircraft became somewhat of a fad in the 1950s.
The gyro boat can be transported as easily as any normal dinghy and only takes 5 minutes to assemble. Here is its designer, 26-year-old John Hofstetter, who hopes that soon gyro boating will be a recognized water sport.
Alright, I'm Johnny. Thanks for watching this little video on the Fa-330. I also offer my apologies to any flat earthers watching this, as it likely wouldn't have made any sense to you.